Steve Jobs was an American entrepreneur, industrial designer, business magnate, media proprietor, and also an investor. He was the co-founder, chairman, and CEO of Apple, the chairman and majority shareholder of Pixar, a member of the Walt Disney Company's board of directors following its acquisition of Pixar, and the founder, chairman, and also the CEO of the Next. Jack Ma is a Chinese businessman and investor. He is the co-founder and former executive chairman of Alibaba Group, a multinational technology conglomerate. In addition, he is also a co-founder of Yongfeng Capital, a Chinese private equity firm. Jack Ma is a strong proponent of an open and market-driven economy. Jack Ma was the first major world business leader to predict the economic downturn in a memo to staff in July 2008, which was subsequently made public. He, along with Alibaba.com's management team, took decisive action to steer his company through a crash in China, such as reducing price from export supplier customers, acting as a middleman to connect small and medium-sized companies with lenders. He led the creation of employment opportunities worldwide on the Alibaba.com and Taobao platform, as well as forged ahead in 2009 with the hiring of 5,000 new employees globally. Furthermore, he has built a reputation for having world-class vision in terms of how Alibaba Group businesses are operated, including an adherence to a vision, values, and mission-based culture, as well as the requirement that each of Alibaba Group's business units must incorporate corporate social responsibility into their business model. In 2011, it was announced that one of his companies had gained control of Alipay, formerly a subsidiary of Alibaba Group, so as to comply with Chinese law government payment company in order to secure a license to continue operating Alipay.
Hello, my name is Abdul Rauf Jamaluddin, and I am going to talk about the comparison of Steve Jobs and Jack Ma leadership style with reasons and examples. So starting with Steve Jobs, his leadership style is autocratic. So autocratic leadership is characterized by individual control over all decisions and input from group members. So for Steve Jobs, he believed that his decisions were most efficient when he made them. So he chose not to collaborate with team members for any guidance, and he had a very clear idea about how things should be done in order to get results quickly and efficiently. He was also never afraid to think differently and take risks with products that no one else would even consider developing. So he wasn't afraid of any criticism, and he would push forward with his ideas regardless if they were accepted or not. This was from the fact of being autocratic, where it's only about making decisions without input from others. And and then what made Apple such a distinct brand amidst of a world of fast-growing tech companies was its simplicity, like the iPhone and the iPod, which came from the idea from Steve Jobs himself. So he knew how to innovate personally and wasn't too afraid or lazy to do so. He doesn't care about what will people say and all, so he just do it. And then he became a role model for his workforce by demonstrating characteristics he wished to see them display themselves. And then staying to the Apple mission statement, which is minimalistic and simple. With more free time on their hands, product design teams were able to focus their efforts intently on technology and design. And from this was born the ever-famous iMac. And the quality of Apple's product was able to excel far past their previous standard. So for Jack Ma, from observation, his leadership style is transformational. So for transformational leadership, usually they are generally energetic, enthusiastic, and passionate. So for Jack Ma, he is a very teamwork kind of person. He believed that to become a successful leader, you need teamwork. So he believes that he cannot be successful without a good team members, because he himself is not professional in many ways, such as technology. So he needs great people with great skills in the organization. And then for him, Jack Ma also treats his employees as partners. He has built a culture of participation. Although he is not good at technology and computers, he has teaching skills. He knows how to teach, encourage, and inspire other people. Therefore, he uses those skills to communicate with his employees to understand clearly the goals of the company, resulting in everyone working under a single goal, leading the company's advanced performance. So he always lead his employees to share their ideas and tries to make them feel comfortable while working. And then he said also that Alibaba is not an empire because he believed that we shouldn't build an empire. Instead, we should build an ecosystem, because every empire will be toppled one day, but an ecosystem is sustainable. So he has a vision to create an ecosystem that can sustain with an appropriate environment. He believes that it's important to invest more to technique, management, idea, operation, and personal system to make them international to live with other giants like Google, Facebook, and also Amazon. And he also believes that a valuable organization exists on the purpose and benefit which come from the outside instead of the inside. So he cares for the growth of the whole organization far more than the growth of himself. I think that's it for me. So I pass to the next person. Thank you.
My name is Tong Jen. You guys can call me Brandon. Student ID is 0135164. Now, Steve Jobs and Jack Ma both are very successful leaders. But why are they successful? The answer is there are essential behaviors that makes them that successful in their life. The first essential behavior is set clear goals and priorities. Steve Jobs always set a target and aim for it until it succeeds. He always focused and will not change his aim no matter what. He once stated that saying no to terrible ideas are simple, but saying no to good ideas that are simply out of alignment is not always simple. But that's exactly what it needs to happen if you want to remain focused. On the other hand, Jack Ma stated that no matter how hard you try, you'll never be able to convince every single employee, business partner, and potential investor to trust you or believe what you say. Accepting that and changing your approach is another key to his massive success. Rather than uniting his company under the vision of one person, he unites them under a common goal. The vision is more important than the leader. There is a difference between them in their goals and priorities. Steve Jobs is a way more determined person and stubborn. He will only focus on one idea until its success or fail. But Jack Ma always change his ideas and seek for the best according to the people around him. Now, the next one is know yourself. Jack Ma knows and loves himself. He constantly reminds himself that we were put on this earth to enjoy life, not to work. We are not here to work, but to improve things for one another. You will regret it if you spend the rest of your life working. However, Steve Jobs don't really enjoy life. He loves managing his time on work. He was, way too determined and only wanted to succeed in his life. Fun fact, Steve Jobs works 6 to 7 days a week and 10 to 13 hours a day. On the other hand, Jack Ma only works like 3 days a week and 4 hours a day. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Nariman binti Pamacharyam, and today I'll be talking about the comparison of Steve Jobs and Jack Ma's entrepreneurial skills. So Steve Jobs is a tech genius that has built Apple to become the billion-dollar company it is today. Think Different, being the tagline of Apple, contributed to extraordinary innovations and advancements to the digital world that have never before been seen. Steve Jobs has always put importance in the aesthetics of a product, and the intersection of technology and art that you see in each Apple product has captivated consumers until this day. Jack Ma is an e-commerce giant and is one of the richest men in Asia. He has a more realistic view, and he also has a very transformative management skill. He understands that change is inevitable and will adapt his management to these changes. He found a gap in online marketplaces, and thus Alibaba was born to fill that gap. His reign over Alibaba has seen amazing innovations through its pursuit of new retail and the blending of digital into real-world shopping experiences with the goal of creating the best of both worlds. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sozasian, and I'm presenting for the final question. Decide which leader portrays the better leadership style, behavior, and entrepreneurial skills. Jack Ma. Jack Ma was chosen to be the leader who portrays better leadership style, behavior, and entrepreneurial skills, and I have a good reason for that. First of all, as a fact, Jack Ma and his family were poor when he was young. However, he has shown his entrepreneurial skills since he was a child. He knew the importance of the English language, and so he cycled for about 40 minutes into the city every day just to volunteer to tour guide foreign tourists around the city. However, he did bad in his studies. Not only that, even after graduation, he was rejected for more than 30 times before he became an English teacher. During his time as an English teacher, he got a chance to visit the United States and was introduced to internet and computer, and that's the beginning of Alibaba. This has shown that he never gives up. As a result, he has excellent communication skills. He can easily convey the message that he intends to in an effective way. Moving on, he also treats his employees as partners, but not having a boss and worker relation. This helps to boost employees' confidence and improve the company in all aspects. That's all. Thank you so much.